Hello, 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 generator friend, and welcome to your reading for the week of December 2nd to the 8th, 2024. But know that if you're coming across this at a later date, that you are definitely still in the right place. My name is Christy, and I am super psyched to be here with you this week. As with all readings, take what serves you well and just let go of the rest. One of the most exceptional things about being human is that we have free will choice. So no matter what messages Spirit has for us this week, we always have the power to change them. All right, so this week I'm going to focus on manifestation because I have had some in November 2024, had manifestations from as far as 7 years ago to the summer come hard and fast into my reality, and it's so exciting. And once we have manifested something that we've set out to receive, it then leaves space for something new. So this week we're going to focus on where are we going to go next, right? Where are we going next? Because yes, we got in the summertime, so we promised our kids a dog, and I was looking in the summer and I even applied for a couple of dogs and things weren't happening, and I was like, you know what, we're just not ready. And I said, please bring our family the perfect dog for us at just the right time. And boom, last Saturday, which is why I was no readings, I was driving to Seattle to go and pick up a dog. And she has just brought so much love and so much, she's just perfect for us. I just love it. The other one is a hot tub in my backyard that is now there. And that was put in my journal 7 years ago. So I'm going to really encourage you to put down, now depending on what type, whether you are active manifester or passive according to human design, or you are specific or non-specific, you should follow the guidelines of what you have there. I'm a passive non-specific, so I have to just ask for things generally and then align myself with the energy, and then wait for the universe to deliver. So, well, I have to align, right? So we have to do things to manifest. It's not it's just, we don't sit there and ohm our way into things coming into our physical reality. It's really important. So ask, believe, receive, but we must be in alignment. So let's find out how we can do that this week. Okay, so with that in mind, I am going to start with a Moonology Manifestation Oracle card, followed by a Work Your Light Oracle card, because in order to manifest for our highest and best, we must be in the light, okay? We must be in the light. And then we will consult our friends in the tarot for a issue. Don't do this, do this. All right, so let's get going. What guidance does the moon have in regards to manifestation this week for our generators? Okay, let's see. And it is, this is a good, okay. We have first quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. I love it. Okay, first of all, I love the positioning of the person in this card, because she is in this power stance, but also surrendering at the same time. Okay, so we can be powerful and we can surrender at the same time. This is a very, very beautiful concept. And so basically it's standing in that power, right? Standing in your power, but surrendering to your higher self, surrendering to spirit, right? So trusting the universe that you're going to manifest in this powerful position. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is gorgeous. Okay. So step into your power this week, generator. Okay. And then how are we going to do that? By using our light generator. All right. And it is going to be Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So your manifestations this week, generator, are going to come from being powerful and stepping into this leadership role, whether it's at work, in your family, in your friendships, right? Wherever you are, where you're volunteering, that you're being called to step up and lead and step into that power, and then trust that it's the right thing. Okay, so surrendering is that trusting that it's going to happen and just focusing on that positive. something that's come up in other readings, and I just feel like I keep wanting to share it, is that life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And when we adopt this, it's one word difference, okay? It's like tiny little letters, okay? Tiny little words, but makes a world of difference in terms of how you approach the world. Because if you believe that, and you have that integrated, that life happens for you, not to you, you can never be a victim. There is no victim mentality, because when things that seem denser, seem darker, they're like, well, why is this happening for me? That means there is a lesson there. It means that you're going to come out stronger on the other side, right? We can't change without some discomfort. Anyways, let's see what the tarot has for you this week as well. Okay. All right. Oh, I want more shuffling. Called. Oh, that was too many. Okay, that's all right. I had like 5 pop out and it wasn't on. Okay, so the issue this week is going to be, ooh, interesting. Okay, so the star, this is the second time this has come up in my readings this week, but this is a different position. So issues don't have to be problematic, right? So the issue though is that there is some healing to do, okay? The star is full of hope. It is a beautiful card, right? She is healing. She is taking the water from here and she's pouring it onto the earth. And like the earth is like drinking it up. The star is about blessings. The star is about, but I love it in this healing kind of vibes. It's the strongest like healing card in the deck. Okay, so if there's something that you need to heal, whether it's body, mind, or spirit, or a combination of those, this week you are being encouraged to do that, but to do it actively by stepping into your power and taking a leadership role. It's going to heal something within you to take on this leadership role. Okay, now don't do this. The Knight of Wands. Okay, the Knight of Wands is, okay, so knights are about movement, okay? So there's some movement here, but the Knight of Wands is impatient, okay? He is like he wants things to happen really, really, really quickly. So we don't want to rush this week, okay? With whatever, this leadership role, okay? We don't want to make rash decisions. You should slow things down a little bit, right? You might be tempted to just jump right in, okay? In the don't do this position, we're looking at no, okay? So we want to pull the reins, okay? Slow it down, pull the reins, slow it down. And yeah, there also might be a message this week, right? Be careful about this message. Okay, I'm receiving a message from, let's say this is at work, receiving a message from a coworker. Let's not rush into it with that, okay? I'm getting that as well. Okay, so we don't want to rush. And we also want to be careful about messages that we receive from others, particularly in terms of this leadership position again, right? So it could be like, for example, okay, so like, I know this reasoning is for me, I'm not a generator, but I do live with 3 generators. And the dog that we got chose me as the alpha pretty much. I mean, I'm the alpha of my house. So it makes sense that the dog would read that energy and come in. But the other 3 people, like, so my husband and my 2 sons, they're all like, how do we do it, right? Like, how do we become the alpha? And this is great advice for them, right? I've told them they need to step into leadership roles, right? You need to walk her. You need to feed her. You need to be the one that, like these kinds of things. So, I mean, we know I'm going to stay the alpha, but in order to, I'm like, if she does something wrong, you have to give her consequences, right? Instead of it always deferring to me. And so they are taking on this leadership, and so they're doing it, right? So they're starting to do it, and she's starting to share herself around. Now, still sleeps with me, but that's fine. And the husband, but she sleeps at my feet. Okay, and our advice is to do this. Okay. Okay, so the advice. So the 4 of Cups is really interesting because it is a card of comfort zone. It's in a card of things not being good enough. Okay, it's like you got to make a choice here. Okay, so but in terms of this being advice is that in order to take on this leadership role, you are going to have to get out of your comfort zone. And doesn't that make sense, right? It makes sense that in order to take on, to go to the next level, in whatever way, shape, or form you're going to do that, right? Like, you are going to need to get a little uncomfortable in order to do so. So, but perhaps it's been a while since you stepped into your power. Okay, perhaps it's been a while since you stepped into your power or since you surrendered. Okay, so there is that. All right, so we are, to summarize, okay, we are this week, the issue is that there is some healing to do. Perhaps you have been rejected for promotion in the past. Perhaps you have tried to do something that just hasn't really worked out. Okay, it doesn't really matter. This week you are being called to heal that, which you will do by stepping into your power and taking on a leadership role. Okay. And then, but we don't want to move too quickly. Okay. The don't do this is we want to think about messages from coworkers or messages from other people, and also do not go too quickly. Okay, so we're going to slow things down, pull the reins a bit, right? We can slow it down. The knight's in charge of the horse. Okay, that's important. The knight is in charge of the horse. You get to dictate the pace. But in order to do so, you will be needing to get out of that comfort zone. Okay. All right. That's what I've got for you this week, generator. I hope that you make space for something really awesome to manifest in your life. And I will see you next week. Bye.